One of the questions I see commonly pop up in the Shadow Priest Discord, as well as sometimes in the comment section as well, is do I ever cast Mind Blast with 0 Shadow Orbs? And the answer is yes. A Mind Blast with 0 Shadow Orbs is still going to have a higher damage per cast time than a Mind Flay would. So you want to be spamming this button as much as you can. And I think it's fair to say that a lot of us, especially if we raided during ICC, had the 4-piece, we're used to just spamming Mind Flay and almost forgetting that Mind Blast exists. But with the way things have changed going into Cata, with the importance of Shadow Orbs, their RNG element and the buff it provides, really important to play that system as best as you can. So let me give you an example, and I'll explain with a graphic on screen as well to sort of help you go along with the rules, because the simple answer is, if you ever have a Shadow Orb, spam Mind Blast off cooldown. Forget about it, go full autopilot, the buff will take care of itself, you don't need to really think much more, you don't need to overcomplicate things. However, there is a very rare scenario in which you have 0 orbs, you have Mind Blast off cooldown, but your Empowered Shadow buff is about to expire. That can be a bit of an issue because, you know, if Mind Blast is now on cooldown, you do get an orb, dots need renewing. What are you going to do? You're going to renew them without the buff? It feels pretty bad. So let me show an example of like what you do in an opener, and we can sort of talk over the top in real time as best as possible. So pre-pull, your Mind Spike into your Shadow Web Pain, you pop everything here, insane RNG, got it on the first one. You'd absolutely love to see that, but you'll never get that in a true raid fight. This is what I do, I wait for Mind Blast to come off cooldown, hit it with this, because what you can do is actually fit 3 Mind Blasts in an Archangel window. Bear that in mind. So here's a really good example. Shadow Orb actually expired, or the Empowered Shadow buff expired, so rather than doing it perfectly here, we actually had to, wait a second, just squeeze in that 3rd Mind Blast in that window. Perfect. And now we're renewing things. So here we've got no orb, it's a perfect example. Now these are both synced up. And this is possible. This is the situation where you can do it, because we're not going to have any dot downtime. Now we're praying for good RNG. Praying, just going to get it in. We're going to lose 1 tick, not the end of the world. But you can sort of see what I mean here, right? Even when I had 0 orbs, as long as the cooldown matches the duration, it's absolutely fine. But if you ever run into a situation where it's any lower, then you're going to be renewing dots without that buff, and yeah, you're going to hate yourself. So certainly, if you look at your logs and you're wondering why your damage sucks, I would be checking to see what your uptime was like on that buff. If it's anything lower than 90%, then that's a big issue, something definitely you can look to focus on. But yeah, nothing really to talk about for too long. We don't need to go over this for like 10 minutes. I think it's short and sweet. If it makes no sense, or perhaps you still got more questions, let me know in the comments below.